This right here is the perfect example of liberal logic. Doesn't really make sense, but it's pretty entertaining to watch here as the left, especially a lot of activist judges, are kind of shitting themselves in the foot by, committing crimes and acting above the law. What's really going on here is now we have two activist judges that have been arrested for some very peculiar, interesting actions. We're going to look at those actions as some people on the right are saying, it's happening. The arrests are here. Are they? I would disagree with this statement a little bit, as a lot of people are saying it has started. Now, already the left is freaking out, just like the left already does. So is the corporate media establishment. You go on Google News, top of the headlines here. Oh my God, FBI director says Wisconsin John arrested. Oh no, what's going on here? What's really the underlining story here? Well, it's a judge that specifically interfered with ICE, that went out of her way. That was a leftist liberal judge that decided to take the law into her own hands, violating federal law, and was now arrested for it, for helping an illegal migrant evade arrest. An illegal migrant that, by the way, was accused of spousal abuse. The left loves their spousal abuse. Illegal migrants for some strange reason here, as now what happened in Wisconsin is on the purview of everyone. This is going to be a big national story, and the details about what happened here absolutely matter, as even CNN had to admit how this judge was perturbed by ICE, actually doing what ICE was supposed to do, was perturbed that the federal government was actually doing what the federal government was supposed to do. Oh, no, they're actually doing their job now? Huh? How dare they? I better step in. I know what's best. I will make sure that this alleged spousal abuser gets away scot-free and doesn't get deported.
The judge, Hannah Dugan, a local judge, Milwaukee County Court, she was arrested on courthouse grounds where she works at about 8:30 this morning, taken into custody, appearing before the federal court about these charges, helping an immigrant from Mexico try to escape.
Helping an immigrant. She was helping an immigrant. Yeah. No. There's more to the story here than even CNN had to admit here. As a lot of people are asking the question, will there be justice here? Well, it depends on the judge that's going to be proceeding over this case, as, of course, our judicial system has been hijacked as of recent months and years with political discourse, as we have a lot of very prominent activists and billionaires finagling in local legal judicial systems and helping hire prosecutors and judges that now look the other way when a crime is being committed by a certain demographic that they want promoted, that they want scapegoated, that they want to become the next citizens that will, of course, be voting for them and represent them in Congress as well under the future Democratic Party supreme leadership that no longer could be questioned. But now it is being questioned, and Donald Trump is putting a lot of these actions into perspective and saying, you know what? No longer are we going to allow you guys to violate and break the law here. As CNN then had to admit this part, which I think is important to mention here. Maybe the lead's not, she helped a migrant.
Federal immigration authorities. The story of how that happened, it all took place on April 18th. That man, a man named Eduardo Flores Ruiz, he was in her court for a domestic violence charge, according to the court records. And at the hearing, the immigration authorities from the federal government were waiting to apprehend him for these immigration removal proceedings. But Judge Dugan, according to the court record against her, became visibly angry, commented that the situation was absurd.
Oh, it's absurd. The ICE agents are here to arrest someone that has been illegally here, that now is in a court of law for allegedly beating up his wife. How dare they keep Miguel here from abusing Maria? Maria deserves to be abused. This is essentially how some people would extrapolate the scenario. A little bit of an extreme hyperbolic representation of it, but is it?
Left the bench, entered chambers, and then escorted later Flores Ruiz through a jury.
Flores Ruiz, come to me. I will save you. so you could take your mission out on Maria. I save you now. I will protect you.
Door so that he would avoid his arrest by federal immigration authorities. That is according to the Justice Department in federal court. Flores Ruiz has also been apprehended. He appeared in court yesterday for trying for the re-entry proceedings.
Yeah. Again, this is what the DOJ is claiming here. I don't believe they have any reason to lie here, as now all eyes are on this particular case, and everyone is talking about it. Now, who is this judge from Milwaukee, this circuit judge that has been arrested by the FBI? Well, this is one photo of her showing the Ukrainian triad. I think that's Abraham Lincoln there with a face diaper on there. And then she's wearing one herself. Very representative of liberal leftist type of woke ideology that doesn't deviate from the establishment talking points that they are given and told to, of course, adhere to, or else face banishment from the group. Now, before talking about the second judge that was arrested and the sentencing of George Santos, which I think also highlights this kind of politicization of our system, we wanted to tell you about wearechange.shop. We got one of the best shops out there. We got a lot of great stuff out there for you guys. We got organic, natural, microplastic-free tea. We got hemp, we got ashwagandha, we got fish oils, we got common sense creatine, and now we just started to do these bundles. We're going to do, I think, more creative ways for you guys to be able to live a life that's a little bit more convenient. Because, again, gift giving is so tiresome. You just got to think, and you got to package, and you got to do all these steps. We cut out all the steps for you. We only have a few limited supplies left of the No More Drama From Your Mama bundle, which is here on my desk here. You get 4 amazing products for $84, and then you get it in this very pretty box. It has nice stickers on it. We made these custom stickers on top of it where you just literally put in your name and your mama's or your baby mama's name. They open up the box. It's all you don't have to do anything as a mail except just go to wearechange.shop and click buy, and we got 4 great items here that are really great items. The creatine is just some of the best stuff out there. Magnesium glycinate helps a lot of people get a lot of good sleep. The magnesium mist that you put on your feet before you go to sleep, also good here. And then, of course, for the ladies, we got the eye roller as well here. You can buy them separately, too, if you want. But I would say, you add up all the packages here. Creatine, $53 here. The magnesium mist, $18, $21, and then of course you have the magnesium glycinate, $29. Okay, you save a lot of money just by buying this bundle, getting it in bulk, but also getting a present, getting a nice box, and then just making your life that much more convenient. Mother's Day is coming up on May 11th. Get the bundle now, as supplies are very limited. I think we only got like 20 or 10 of these boxes left, so get them now. And, make sure that you take care of your mom or your mama as best as you can to show support for the women out there that truly need some positive influences here. But now let's talk about these judges, because there's a lot of things that have been happening with these judges, as a lot of them are overturning the executive orders and the executive actions made by the federal government. And almost every step of the way, this has to usually do with immigration. The left loves their immigrants. They love random people that are gang members. And again, this is the kind of brilliant move by the Trump administration, which we kind of said, hey, if the Trump administration is going to be pulling off a deportation effort, they need to deport criminals. They need to deport the people that are doing horrible things. And the left is rallying behind a lot of these criminals that are being deported here. But right now, another activist judge just blocked Donald Trump's executive order mandating proof of citizenship to vote here. Now, why would judges be against, why would Democrats be against verifying citizenship before voting? That's interesting here. That's an interesting kind of procedure here, as almost every step of the way here when it comes to immigration, an activist judge gets involved, and they try to, of course, kneecap and try to stop Donald Trump from implementing his agenda that he has a popular mandate for, that the American people in the majority voted for. And they are saying, you know what? No. We don't care. I'm a judge. I say this is wrong and it's illegal and I'll stop it now. And that's exactly what they're doing, setting up a lot of legal battles for the Trump administration that is having their entire agenda stagnated through the judicial system, as now they are going after judges that have committed actual crimes, allegedly, but they have solid proof, solid evidence, as now we had another previous case about this a few days ago, about 4 days ago, as a New Mexico judge resigned after there was a gang member from Latin America that he was, quote, harboring, allegedly, in his own home. A Venezuelan national, Christian Ortega Lopez, was arrested in February, and a New Mexico judge resigned after he had the gang member that was arrested at his home. Why did he have him at his home? I don't know, but that's a question that we are going to be getting to the bottom of, as FBI agents also arrested this judge for harboring criminal gang members inside of their own home. Now, what was the situation here? What was going on here? That's a question that, of course, will be answered in a little bit here. But again, there are members of the American House of Representatives that are literally going out there and threatening Republican members of Congress, saying we need a, quote, uprising because illegal immigrants are being deported. That's literally some of the thinking that they are espousing now to the general public, which to me is very unhinged.
I've been giving out the phone numbers to the House of Representatives and to the Senate. It's one number. That number you call and you threaten it. And you say, this is wrong.
You threaten them. I'm not just wrong. It's wrong to threaten people there, Letitia.
This is not America. This is not what we stand for. We need a change.
Yeah, we stand for threatening people. Yeah.
You have to do that. It's going to take the people. I've talked myself into oblivion. We need the people. We need an uprising where people are taking to the streets and the phones and writing letters.
We need an uprising. Threatening people. What? That's insane here. As again, the corporate media is having a heyday today. They just posted this one. Crisis. It's a crisis. A judge broke the law and was actually held responsible for it for the first time in a long time. Yes. As a lot of this has to do with the new leadership of the FBI. Kash Patel tweeted on Twitter about the particulars of this case in Milwaukee with this activist judge. He deleted the tweet for some reason. People are saying, shocking U-turn. Well, it's not really that shocking. He tweeted, quote, just now the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Dugan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on charges of obstruction after evidence of Judge Dugan obstructing an immigrant arrest operation last week, detailing everything that kind of went happy here. Well, that happened here and unfolded the way it did here. Now, a lot of people are saying the arrests are finally here. Again, these are people who just broke the law. Now, there is bigger questions out there about more of the organized criminal racket out there that has violated the law, that has abused the political system, and there's a lot of big players out there that are being kind of considered here. And let's just be honest here, if this administration doesn't arrest any kind of big players, and all we're kind of left here are just kind of optics and just low-level arrests here, a lot of people are going to see this as a failure, as some people are saying, yes, there's a lot of things brewing behind the scenes here, as individuals like Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, know where the bodies are buried in Washington, D.C., and know how the system operates in a very evil, corrupted way. Now, there are talks, there's rumors that, yes, some big things are down the pipeline. Is this a big thing? No, it's not. This is a judge acting on her own kind of accord, low-level judge. This is not a big thing. It is, in a lot of people's opinions, a step in the right direction to actually hold people accountable for their actions here, since, the left so overwhelmingly weaponized the judicial system against right-wingers like George Santos. And whatever you might think about him, yes, he lied, as someone running for Congress and being in Congress. He lied about who he was to raise funds, but now he, of course, has faced some very tough opposition. Even the Republicans were mad at him, as he was now officially charged, officially found guilty, and now sentenced to a very significant prison sentence. As we have this article here from the Daily Mail, breaking. Fabulist George Santos weeps as he is handed staggering jail sentence for campaign fraud scandal. New York Post. Lying ex-rep George Santos sobs as he learns his fate. That's sentencing in corruption cases. He was given 7+ years in federal prison, as a lot of people are responding, well, that's crazy here. This is pretty big here, and he's getting sentenced for 87 months with 2 years supervised released here for wire fraud, for identity theft, for lying as a politician. I mean, that's what politicians do every single day. The fact that right-wingers were kind of held to account a little bit more during the Biden administration is kind of an obvious thing that has happened. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not pretend like, oh yeah, and then the left is going to do this now. Again, everywhere you go on social media with left-wing liberal accounts, they're like, oh, no. Oh, the FBI is actually doing what the FBI is supposed to be doing. Now, a lot of people will now accuse this FBI of being politically weaponized. I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear. FBI has some direct evidence. They just committed the crime. They get held accountable for this crime. What's going to happen with the sentencing here? It's also up to the judges here. Now, our system is so politicized that it truly is a system that you can no longer really rely on. It all depends on who the overseeing judge is on your particular case here, and your political opinions, and the judge's political opinions based on if you are going to be, of course, treated with leniency or treated with, of course, the stick that beats you over the head and tries to criminally punish you for your political thoughts and expressions here. I think it's fair to say what happened with George Santos, what happened with James O'Keefe, Roger Stone, Donald Trump, was all a bigger case here of political prosecution. The FBI going after parent-teacher conferences, going after pro-life activists, going after Catholics here, clearly politically motivated. Now, there's criminals in all sorts of groups and organizations here, but Catholic people, really? Those are, I mean, you better go to the Vatican if you want to catch some of those bad guys. But otherwise, that's who you are going to be investigating, sending undercover agents to. There's literal, like, cartels, gang members all throughout the United States. And you're sending resources for parents that are concerned about what their kids are learning in school and having an issue with it. You're sending undercover agents for that? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Some would say the right hasn't gone far enough, and I think there's an argument to be made about that with how far the left has gone here. Now, in an optimal system, in a perfect system, we would have no weaponization of the justice system, but that's not a system that we live under. We live under a system that has been hijacked by billionaires like Mr. Soros that have bought off a lot of the kind of legal and political situations in our country for their own political gravitas and benefit. Now, what are the consequences of it? Bedlam, lawlessness, and a lot of people being victimized and a lot of people being hurt. And that's okay for the Democratic political party as long as it serves their interests and their needs. That ends now. And to me, these arrests, according to a lot of even online commentators, is a step in the right direction to actually say, no, we're going to level the playing field here. Now, should you go overboard? Should you arrest people just because of their political thoughts and expressions like the left did? No. But should you hold them accountable for maybe being egregious and violating the law and putting it into your own hands to say that person's political expression is bad? Should you hold some of those people accountable that created this egregious situation on the left? Yes. We hope that happens. The rumor is that it's all in the works. I hope so. We will see. Do you think that's actually something that we are going to be getting here? Let me know down in the comment section below. Again, May 11th coming up soon on Mother's Day. So make sure to get your Mother's Day bundle right now. We appreciate you guys subscribing. I've been working nonstop. I've been working 7 days a week. I haven't given myself a vacation in many, many years now. If you appreciate the work that I do, subscribe, click the notification button. It really does mean a lot to us. For some reason, we're still negative 828 subscribers for this month within the last 28 days. I'm just looking at the analytics now. I'm looking at the numbers now. I'm like, that doesn't look good. So let's make it +1 for the last 28 days. We need 829 people to subscribe. Click the notification button right now to keep us in the positive and to give me a little bit of hope here. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more, all here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.